So only a few weeks after announcing their divorce, Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa are now back together, and fans couldn't be happier for them. Lisa has now revealed why she really took Jason back, and on the other hand, Chris Brown's accuser may have just gotten herself in trouble, as Chris has revealed some new details in the case that changes everything. So it looks like Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet are pressing pause on their divorce. On January 2022, Jason and Lisa announced that they were getting a divorce after being together for almost 17 years and married for 5 years. Taking to Instagram, Jason wrote, "We have all felt the squeeze and changes of these transformational times. A revolution is unfolding and our family is of no exception. We are feeling and growing from the seismic shifts occurring." He continued, "As so, we share our family news that we are parting ways in marriage. We share this not because we think it's newsworthy, but so that as we go about our lives, we may do so with dignity and honesty. The love between us carries on, evolving in ways it wishes to be known and lived. We free each other to be who we are learning to become. Our devotion is unwavering to this sacred life and our children, teaching our children what's possible, living the prayer, and may love prevail. Jason and Lisa." This completely took everyone by surprise because we all thought that Jason and Lisa were solid. I mean, rock solid. They've been together for so long and they've never had a scandal or anything like that. And y'all know how difficult it is to avoid scandals in Hollywood, especially when both the husband and the wife are in the industry. But Jason and Lisa managed to navigate things pretty successfully. We never even heard rumors that they were having issues in their marriage. There were no speculations, and we all thought that things were good between them. And that's why it was such a huge shock. Jason was also spotted out and about without his ring after the announcement, and that kind of sealed the deal for us. After the announcement was made, everyone just kind of lost it for a moment, because if there is one couple that everyone loves to see together, it's Jason and Lisa. As y'all could expect, fans started speculating about that could have been the cause of the split. Of course, we had the usual speculation that one of them or both of them had been cheating on the other, or that they had been fighting nonstop, or they just outgrown each other. But one of the most popular theories that many fans believe was that Jason had changed because of fame, and that was the real reason they were getting a divorce. Now, as I said, they've been together for almost 17 years, and at the beginning of the relationship, Jason was nothing close to the successful actor that he is today. Sure, he had already been in a few movies and shows, but he was still not as famous as Lisa was. In fact, it wasn't until he played Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones that he started getting more popular. Lisa stuck beside him throughout the growth of his career, and many fans believe that Jason changed once he started making more money and getting more popular. A fan commented, "Once you become famous, you changed." Now, this is entirely possible because we all know how much money and fame can change someone, but I don't think that's the case here, because Jason seems like a pretty grounded and down-to-earth guy. Well, at least that's how I like to think of him. In any case, it doesn't matter whether or not he changed because they are now back together. Yep, I didn't stutter. After only a few weeks after they announced the divorce, they appear to have made up, and Jason has even moved back into their home. So how do they go from being so sure that they wanted a divorce to moving back in with each other in a matter of weeks? What in the name of cheesy rom-com is going on between these two? Well, according to a source close to the couple, the reason is simple, and it's because they still love each other. The source claimed that Lisa took Jason back because they are still in love with each other and want to make things work. The source said, "Jason moved back in with Lisa and they are very much back together. They decided to work on things rather than throw in the towel because they have so much invested in each other. Everyone is really hoping that they can make this work this time around." I'm gonna keep my itty bitty fingers crossed for them because I love them together. Many fans also share this sentiment, and a fan commented, "Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet realize that it's absolutely ghetto out here, that all the fish in the sea are and got right back together." Another fan said, "Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet getting back together 2 weeks after splitting up is hilarious." And someone else tweeted, "The world is terrible, but Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa are back together, so at least there's one good thing." Sorry to every fan who's got a crush on Jason Momoa and was gonna shoot their shot at him, because he has just become a taken man again. Y'all be safe out there in these streets. Now, moving on to some crazy drama, let's talk about Chris Brown and his ongoing legal drama. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick recap because y'all know I like to make sure my baddies have every single detail of the drama. That's why y'all got me. So in January 2022, an anonymous woman known as Jane Doe filed a lawsuit against Chris Brown because she alleged that he had violated her on Diddy's yacht in December 2020. She claimed that he had drugged her and had his way with her, then texted her the next morning to use a Plan B contraceptive. Now after this story went viral, many fans were on Jane Doe's side, even though Chris Brown denied the allegations. Many people didn't believe him because he has a history of such accusations, and we know that he hurt at least two of his exes, Rihanna and Karrueche Tran, so his track record did not really do him any favors when it came to this case. Jane Doe sued him for $20 million, and many fans called for him to be canceled. Well, it looks like there's a big plot twist in the case because there is now evidence that clearly shows that Chris was innocent and that Jane Doe was lying. As a part of his defense, Chris submitted old text messages between him and Jane Doe that clearly showed that whatever had happened between them on Diddy's yacht had been consensual. In fact, the messages clearly show that she had been texting Chris after the alleged incident. In these messages, we see Chris asking her to take a Plan B just to be safe, and she agreed, even calling him babe. In these messages, we see her agreeing to link up with Chris and even asking him if he had any ecstasy or Molly, as it is commonly known. So not only did she want to hook up with Chris, but she also wanted to get high with him too. Now what follows after this is a lot of texts from her that Chris never replied to. She texted him wanting to link up, and in this particular text, she asked if Chris wanted to just be friends with benefits or if he wanted something more from her, and he never really replied to her. She continued bombing him with texts even though he didn't reply to her. She even went as far as telling him that he was the best she ever had. When he still didn't reply to that, she sent a text that said, "You know full well I wasn't pressing you about no stuff, but you told me to stay and then gonna try to play me? Nah, that's crazy. I didn't deserve that, but you definitely got it." Now from this last text, it was obvious that she was bitter and salty about not getting the attention she wanted from him. These texts also show that the only thing Chris is guilty of is airing and ghosting her. This is proof that he didn't do what he was accused of and he is innocent. Fans are now dragging Jane Doe, with one fan saying, "The girl that lied on Chris Brown saying he violated her needs to be in jail." It's so sick to think that women really out here lying about just a heinous thing happening to them. There are so many people who have truly experienced violation and it's changed their lives forever. Now I think this is a really important thing to discuss because when women lie about stuff like this, it just takes credibility away from the true victims and it just makes everything worse for real victims. Another fan commented, "Ladies need to get past this evil act of falsely accusing men of violation when their demands are not met. Chris Brown truly deserves an apology." Some fans are also wondering why this isn't being heavily reported in the media since they are so loud about him being accused. They're basically calling for the media to keep that same energy about him being innocent as they did when they thought he was guilty. A fan commented, "Chris Brown accuser caught red-handed and it ain't loud enough for me." And this fan said, "The media be real quiet when Chris Brown innocence is proven." Like things aren't bad enough for Jane Doe. Her lawyers have now quit after learning about this detail, and they revealed that she had lied to them in the situation from the very beginning. The lawyer George Raybeck told Rolling Stone, "We were not made aware that the information existed prior to filing. It precludes us from going forward for a number of reasons." So it looks like she is in some really deep mess, and she can only blame herself for that. We don't know if Chris Brown is going to sue her yet, but I think we can all agree that there is a big chance of that happening. And honestly, I don't think anyone is going to blame him. But if you think that this video is messy, then just wait until you check out this one because it is chaotic.